Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at iTzRease, yo. Okay, so we have some MyGM and MyLEAGUE news about 2K18. They told us on Twitter that they was going to be releasing some news today. So if you don't follow 2K or Ronnie or LD on Twitter, that should be a priority at this time of year, because they the ones that drop all of the new juicy information. That's how we found out that there's going to be a beta next week for a certain few YouTubers and streamers to go test out 2K18 to give their feedback. Now we're getting into the juiciness of 2K18 where they're releasing news. All this news right now, it's dope information, but we all want better gameplay first and foremost. They can add everything we want to game modes, but if the gameplay isn't fun, the game is a waste. So let's dive straight into MyLEAGUE and MyGM. First thing that's new about MyGM is the fact that you have a story mode in MyGM now. MyCAREER isn't the only thing with a story anymore. Now we have MyGM with a story. Strictly from the blog on 2K's Facebook page, it says, while MyCAREER focuses on your life as an NBA player out to achieve stardom, MyGM, the next chapter, that's the name of it, they're calling it the next chapter. It aims to view the NBA world from the complete opposite perspective. Centered around you, the GM, you will need to navigate backroom scenarios while dealing with expectations from your owner, your staff, the press, other GMs, and of course, your players. They had a little bit of cutscenes here and there through MyGM where you'll be talking to the press, you had to answer some questions. They had scenarios where you would talk to the GM, you had to answer his questions. How will it go in more depth with that? I don't know. It's probably just gonna be the same thing, just a little more commentary. They probably got people that's going to actually talk to you instead of just reading a whole bunch of scripts to choose from. MyGM took way too long to simulate. That's why I really didn't play it. I'd rather play MyLEAGUE. It's way quicker to sim through a regular season because it's all about building your team. You can't build your team in 1 year. So why do it take so long to simulate through 1 year? They bring up BS staff interviews where your staff needs to change the lineup. That's very annoying. You talk to the press about your last recent game, which is extremely annoying. You're trying to look at the bigger picture of your team and they're talking to you about one game. That gets very annoying. Then your owner starts talking to you. It becomes very difficult to focus on simming through the regular season when all these cutscenes keep popping up. Will that be a distraction in 2K18? Because if it is, I'm still going to be playing MyLEAGUE, and I have no idea if MyLEAGUE has a story or not. MyGM is a new story-based game mode, while MyLEAGUE is still this very intuitive game mode that we all love because we can control everything about it. You can control if historic players come into it. You can build expansion teams around it. And now they're adding more rules like Supermax contract with Stephen Curry, 5-year, $201 million contract. James Harden, 4-year, $169 million contract extension. And it will pay him $228 million over the next 6 years. Those are known as Supermax contracts. That they will have the over 38 rule. If the player's contract goes into the age of 38, it's restrictions for signing that player. I'm loving the detail into free agency that's going to be in MyGM and MyLEAGUE. That's amazing. What I'm extremely excited about is that they're adding the G League. NBA 2K18 introduces the ability for you to send down and call up your players using the G League, which was also known as the D League. The G League games themselves aren't user playable. Oh my goodness, that's a hurt piece. That hurt me immediately. I used to love editing the G League rosters. Let's say I will make like a great point guard, somebody that's strictly known for assists. I will see if I can get him to average 10 assists in the D League. Then I will call him up to see how many assists he could average in the NBA. I wouldn't sign them into my team. I would just let the computer pick them up. Then I'll keep an eye on them throughout my league. I love doing little gems like that. Like if the computer drafts a player with a legendary work ethic, I immediately give them a 90 potential, because that means they're hard workers, like a Draymond Green. Like players that will have something special about them. If they have the legendary work ethic badge, I love to check for that in each draft class to see if there's a hidden gem. Then I would like to boost their ratings. I don't do that for my team. I like to do that for the computer team to make it seem like they drafted a gem of some sort. Basically, I hope that the G League is just as fun as it used to be, and it's going to bring some exciting things into my league that I cannot personally wait to get my hands on. 2K has also improved draft class generation. We spent a fairly considerable chunk of time early in development this year rethinking how we generate prospects, particularly with respect to their player types. Looking back on 2K17, we just weren't satisfied with the breadth of players coming out of the generated draft classes. With 2K18, players now have a more appropriate spread of attributes and tendencies with respect to their given player type. Our new system allows us to more easily update the generation templates outside of the typical monotheistic patch release, meaning we could continue to update this logic all season long based on your feedback. I love this because when I played MyGM, I used to just up and down the quality of the draft. Like, we all know every year there aren't going to be like quality players, so there's a actual setting you can up and down in my league where you can have a better draft class or a worse one. I like to play with that because 2K seems to just be completely random with the type of players they throw at you. The fact that they have specific play types and they're going to stick their attributes to that. If I need to draft a straight 3 and D type of guy, 2K better have one of those players ready for me in the draft. If I need a rebounding big, they better have the attributes with that. We're talking strength, offensive rebound, defensive rebounding, a little bit of strength. You know how things work out in 2K. They also changed the All-Star selection experience. We had a lot of different solutions in previous years on how to handle All-Star games. This year we added a new system that I'm really enjoying. After every season we would pick a new host city for the All-Star game. Oh my goodness. That's actually something that I didn't even expect to just read. Y'all going to really change the city for the All-Star game? Really? That's amazing. So it's going to be like randomly generated what team they play in? Wow, we built a logic system in the back end that delicately balances things like city prestige, years since it was last hosted in the city, team age. Whoa. If you create a new team or relocate the franchise, they get a higher chance to get the All-Star game in their city. So let's say you bring the Seattle Supersonics back. Bang, in 2 years you might get the All-Star game back in Seattle. That's amazing, 2K. That is really mind-blowing from a gamer's perspective. I really love it, and I hate that you play in the same arena every year in All-Star game, and the fact that y'all really gonna relocate the All-Star game every year, that is amazing. Will this be in MyCAREER? Is one question for me, because I actually play multiple seasons of MyCAREER. I don't know about you guys, but MyCAREER is where I could really have fun with this. We also need to know if the rookie showcase actually have their jerseys. I'm sick of this black and white stuff, 2K. Y'all should have fixed that by now. But let's continue reading the All-Star experience. As a MyLEAGUE user, you can, of course, override our selection to anything you want. Additionally, we have modified how we build arenas such that we put a customized All-Star court floor into the whole city appropriate arena. No more generic arenas for the All-Star game. Every All-Star game will have its own custom floor with that year All-Star logo. Oh my goodness, bro. That's amazing. Player accessory frequency. Have you ever noticed how it's a toss-up if Rondo will wear a headband on a given? No, y'all did not. No, y'all did not make us change accessories. Hold on, let's read this. This is really exciting to me as a MyCAREER player. I hate seeing my teammates in the same accessories. Hold up, wait a minute. If Carmelo or Chris Paul will choose to wear their compression shorts under their jerseys, over the years, NBA players' accessories have become part of their signature. Yes, they aren't just tools to help manage the grueling 82-game season, they are also essential elements of their appearance on court. And either because of need or choice, they decide whether they wear certain accessories on a game-to-game basis. In 2K18, players will now decide on a per-game basis which of their accessories they will wear. How are y'all just thinking of this, 2K? And I'm glad that y'all did it. I'm legit smiling reading this stupid article. If y'all could have put this in a video and showed me what it's going to exactly look like, my penis... I'm excited. That's all I'm saying, bro. And because this is MyGM and MyLEAGUE, you can fully customize how much or how little this happens. All 17 accessory slots come with 5 frequency options. Never, rarely, sometimes, often, always. That you can customize to determine if a player will ever not wear an accessory or if he wears it frequently. Ladies and gentlemen, this is single-handedly the greatest thing I've read in the past 3 years. This article is telling me things that I was not expecting to read, ladies and gentlemen. Are you kidding me? The fact that Carmelo Anthony could wear or not wear an arm sleeve blows my mind. Something as simple as that. If I'm on a team with goddamn Damian Lillard and he wants to wear a headband one day, he just gonna pop in a headband and it's going to be the greatest thing ever. Will they change sneakers? Will they change sneakers? Will NBA players' sneakers change throughout the season? If Kyrie Irving come out with a new colorway for his shoes, will he be wearing a different colorway of his sneakers, ladies and gentlemen? I know I was talking fast. I did that on purpose. I'm excited for what I heard. The G League thing was an amazing thing to talk about. I wish we could play in that game, because then we would get to know if MyCAREER will have us get sent down to the G League possibly, which is not a thing right now. Summer League would be something dope to have in MyCAREER. Like, I'm just reading this about MyLEAGUE and MyGM, and I'm branching off into other aspects of their game, how they could correlate. And I'm glad that players' accessories will change. Dope thing to read about. I'm glad they're doing this. MyGM having a story that's going to give more people to play it on YouTube. Hope your favorite MyLEAGUE and MyGM content creators are rubbing their hands like Birdman right now. My boy Boogie, I already know how he feeling right now. I'm glad that they gave us this article. Let me know what you think in the comment section below.